come to your school, there are 6 things that we talk about to protect yourself from a bully. Because we're here, we can add a 7th. We can talk about something else. Okay? So let's take it from either thinking about either they're picking on you consistently, either they're picking on you all the time, or even it's that situation where they picked on you one time. There's still a right way and a wrong way to handle it. Yeah? The thing you guys always need to think about is try to how to make the situation better and not worse. You guys, if I've come to your school before, you guys know when we talk about the analogy, when we talk about the campfire. Remember the campfire story?
Yes.
Okay, you guys, think of it like this. If we were all hanging out here, and we were like camping and there was a campfire here, right? I know that sounds crazy, but you know, there's a campfire here, right? Warm yourself, man, it's a campfire. Alright, so we're here, we get s'mores, you know, and we got our campfire, and Mr. Idrovo came running over here with a bucket of gasoline, and he threw it on our campfire. What would happen to our campfire? What would happen, Zach? It'd explode, we'd all be running around going, ah! Right, it'd be crazy. But then Mr. Tababa came running over with water like a fireman with a hose, and like, what would happen to the fire? What would happen? Okay, every single thing that you do, okay, in these situations, from the moment this person says something mean to you, from the moment they touch you, no matter what it is they do, from the moment that happens, you have to make a decision. Everything you do has to either be about throwing gasoline on it and making it worse, or putting water on it and making it better. You understand? You're either gonna, your words and your actions are either going to cause things to get bad, to get worse than they are right now, or they're going to try and help the things be in a better place to keep you safe. You understand that?
Yes.
And that has to do with rule number 1. Who knows what rule number 1 is? First thing you do when somebody picks on you. Anthony, what do we do?
If somebody bothers you, you should tell the principal and
That comes later. We talk about getting help later. What's the first thing I want you guys to do? When somebody picks on you, do what? Ignore them. That's it. That's the bottom line. When somebody picks on you guys, you have to ignore what they have to say to you. Okay? And the reason being, there's 2 different ways to ignore. Okay? Number 1, listen. We're not in your school. Okay? So I can say this flat out. I know if somebody came up to you and called you a mean name, I know you're going to be mad. I know your feelings are going to be hurt. I know you're going to want to call something back to them. Okay, if they came up and they're like, "Hey, you look stupid," you're going to be like, "Yeah, well, you're going to be mad." I understand that. I totally get it. I would feel that way too. Okay? But we talked about things getting better, not worse, right?
Yes, sir.
So if they call you stupid and you call them something back, does that make things better or worse?
Worse.
I know it's hard. I know it's frustrating. I know you want to say something back, but we're thinking about how to make the situation go in a safer direction. Because one moment it's they call you stupid, and then you tell them they're ugly, and then the next moment they put their hands on you, and now you get into a fight. Do you understand how it escalates and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse? Hold on, Hanley, we got to finish ignoring. The second part of ignoring is understanding this. This is a really big deal that you have to accept, and sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's a hard thing to think about, but it's really important to know. There is nothing that anyone can say to you, okay, that should matter. If somebody comes up and tells you that they think you're funny looking, or they think you're dumb, or they don't like your clothes, or they think you smell bad, they call you a mean name, it doesn't matter. It should not matter to you. What matters to you is how you feel about yourself, right? I understand it might hurt your feelings a little bit. You might be like, "Oh, what are you talking about? I like my clothes, you know," or "I thought my hair looked nice today," or "I thought I smelled good," right? But guys, there's nothing that anybody should be able to say to you that is really that drastic that should push you over the edge to make you get that upset. And that's part of ignoring. Part of ignoring is realizing that when somebody tries to hurt your feelings, it should not bother you. You've interrupted me more time than most kids do in entire school.